I was born in Edinburgh in Scotland. I was adopted by a family from England and we moved to the south of England. So I was actually raised in a small town in the south of England called Winchester. I went to what was called a comprehensive school, which was really a public school. Kids from those schools typically didn't go to Cambridge or Oxford, but I had one teacher who thought that we should. There was a special test called the Oxbridge test to get into Oxford or Cambridge. And if you went to a school like mine, you didn't study for it, so you couldn't possibly take it, so you couldn't get in. And so she did this as an after-school activity. I had the opportunity to take the test and went off and did an interview and got into Cambridge. Well, I had an experience that really transformed the way that I saw the possibilities of my life. And that was that I had a year studying abroad. So I was learning Spanish and German, and I actually spent a year in Tarragona, which is just down the coast from Barcelona. It was just a different way of being and living, and it made me see that actually I didn't have to be limited to one location, that I began to think of myself very much as a global citizen at that time. So, I've been a community organizer here in the Bay Area for nearly a quarter century. I think back to the 1990s when I was part of a group that launched a movement really to abolish the prison industrial complex. We came together. Angela Davis, of course, is critical in that work, sitting in her living room thinking about how could we get people to understand what the term prison industrial complex meant, because it just wasn't out there. So that sort of experience of really being deeply rooted in communities of practice that believe things can be better is my experience of San Francisco. So I live in Oakland with my wife, Sean, who is an educator. I have a daughter, Anyeka, and she's 11, just about to go into middle school. So it's a big transitional year for her and for me. I have an adorable Labradoodle called Chinyere, and she's called that because Chinyere means God has answered my prayer, or more specifically, Goddess has answered my prayer. I think what I love most about being a provost is being able to take resources, creativity, ideas, bring them together and make something happen.